what it is, man. Itsbizkit.com exclusive. I'm fucking happy to be here. Chris Webby, Maino the Hitmaker.
Yes.
Yeah, man.
Yes.
Making shit happen like we always do. Let's talk about that homegrown, man. I heard it's #2 on iTunes right now.
The EP's out, man. It's doing very well. It's doing very well. We got Remo on there with the Downright record and the All In All record, man. People are enjoying it, and I'm very happy about that, man. I make this music to be appreciated, and it's being appreciated. It's beautiful. Yeah.
So, what was it like being from Connecticut? You know, growing up out in CT?
Yeah, I mean, it was tricky. You know, you gotta make sure people know that we exist a little bit. You gotta kind of ring the alarms to be like, hey man, we're stayed right upstairs. You know, we're right here, and we got some artists out here. You know, and I'm happy to kind of be the guy to jump out and bring the spotlight in our direction. But it's East Coast, man. East Coast coming back, man.
Like I said,
I mean, we never left, in my opinion, but
Flex told me about you a year and a half ago.
no doubt.
Flex said, yo, listen, pretty, I don't know what you're doing. Find out who that nigga is and see what's up with him. And then when we did the mixtape, he was like, yo, I'm putting him on the mixtape. I'm putting you on the mixtape. Y'all two like the only niggas, you, him, and Troy Ave is the only niggas that's like really not signed and major shit. And he was like that you sell out shows. He told me that. He told me that himself.
Yeah.
Out his mouth, he told me. He was like, yo, he's just like you. That nigga sells out shows. I said, word.
And that's what Flex, man. That's, to be a kid from the suburbs of Connecticut. It's a beautiful thing, man. But that's what it's all about, man. If you can rap, I'm a strong believer in the fact that if you can rap, man. And that's the end of the story.
Talent, man. You know what that. Talent goes a long way. How do you feel about like the music scene like now? With Trinidad James just came out to New York and he shared some thoughts about basically the South is running the East Coast music right now, basically New York. You know what I'm saying? So
I do, yeah. My thoughts on that is I mean, Atlanta's definitely doing a lot right now, for better or for worse. You can't deny the obvious fact, but I mean, you just should have known a little better coming out here. I mean, people out here have a lot of pride, man, for where they're from. Like, we may be grumpy motherfuckers up on the East Coast, you know what I mean? We deal with this shitty weather, you know what I mean? We don't got nice winters, but it is what it is. We might be a little grumpy, man, but like, end of the day, like, it started here.
It's just like
we're in right now.
Besides Remo the Hitmaker, who else is on the EP? I heard
Harry Fraud, which is same thing. We got my dude DJ Semi from Connecticut, Rich Kid from Toronto.
So your DJ, he produces?
Yes. Nice. Ned Cameron from Cali, very dope. Burn One from Atlanta. And I think it's cool for artists to mess with different styles, and I have some beats sometimes that are definitely not like the stereotypical like New York beats, Connecticut beats, if that's a thing. But I still ride it like you know what I mean? It's all about how you ride it. Like, you gotta have bars. I'm a strong believer in that. You come out of this area, you have to have bars, because this is like the home of ciphering and like, I can't tell you how many people back in the day just walking around New York I would end up battling or just having a friendly cipher with. Like,
are you into the battle rap scene?
I mean,
like,
I used to battle rap back in the day at like parties and shit on the fly. You know what I mean? I don't do the battle scene. That's a whole different ballgame.
Yeah.
Like,
it's big right now.
Yeah.
The motherfuckers is different.
It's a different kind of rap.
Is different. It's different. Yeah. Totally different.
Different skill set. You know what I mean? But I can freestyle. There's no doubt about that.
I might put you on the test right here.
Yeah, I mean, we can get a beat in a little bit. Do like maybe like a real thing if you want. We can maybe get a little cipher of some sort. That'd be cool. But I'm always down for stuff like that. But battling's a different ballgame. I'm just a pretty nice guy. I try to keep good vibes and positivity, as much as possible. And battling is very mean.
Is there anybody outside of Connecticut or in New York artists that you got a chance to work with yet, or that you want to in the?
I mean, I had like Prodigy, Method Man on my last mixtape.
Method Man, how did that
happened through somebody, you know what I mean? It was just one of those, and it ended up working out. He got a verse over to me, man. I actually didn't even meet him in person, but I mean, he shouts me out on the record. It's pretty. I mean, mean, obviously Eminem, that's a given, but you know, DMX.
Like if you had to name your top 5.
I mean, a top 5, that's a real difficult question. That's a real difficult question. But you know, I'd put you know, a couple front runners for me is obviously I would put Eminem at number 1, just off his skill set alone. He just was able to do certain things that no one else has ever still to this day done,
Right.
which is pretty, you know what I mean? Tech 9 is, I mean, as an independent artist,
Dope.
really, he's
Dope.
super dope, super consistent, and he is the guy when people talk about independent artists, hip hop. He's the guy to aspire to be. You know what I mean? Like, he does his shit. So I mean, those are a couple of. But I grew up in a certain generation listening to certain shit. You know what I mean? And it's laptop.
Yeah, we live, man, in NYC.
We super live.
Remo the Hitmaker. What's going on, Ring? I know you're working on something. What's next?
Right now I'm working on this NYC campaign I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? And basically just me bringing everybody back, you know, together. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, we got so much talent out here, man. It's, you know what I mean? A lot of people don't really know that, but
Oh, they know.
I'm gonna fix that problem. I'm definitely gonna fix that.
Well, it's not about what you're doing. What you're doing in your genre, you keep it in your genre, and we're gonna keep it in our own genre and make it happen like that. So it's not like we hating on anybody or whatever. We just got different shit. Webby got different shit.
Yeah.
I got different shit. Maino got different shit. So it's like we're gonna bring what we bring to the table, and then you bring what you bring to the table.
Absolutely, and you need that balance. You always have. You know, I'm from Connecticut, and I'm out here, you know, with New York. Obviously, that's a close geography-wise, but you know, it's cool to just get out anywhere to go out. I mean, Cali's always been, you know, and the South too. I mean, like, there's some very, very dope artists who have come out of the South, and I still understand where the importance of that music. That, you know, and I generalize. I don't mean to generalize on Southern hip hop in general, but you know what I mean. That
Southern.
you know,
Southern.
and then there's like you need that kind of shit. You know what I mean? You do, but it's just important to like whatever you do, just be good at it, man. You know what I mean? If you make that kind of music, there are cats who are good at it and bad at it. That's all there is to it.
Be true to yourself.
Yeah.
I was just out there, and it was like, yo, we don't want to hear nothing else but from New York to you. I was in Atlanta for a week doing music and shit. They said we don't want to hear nothing but from New York to you. That's what we like. We don't want you to come down here and ride our wave. We want you to come down here and bring your wave and you know, do your shit.
Just be yourself, man. Be true to where you from, rep where you from, and be yourself, man. Don't, you know, try to jump on somebody else's wave because it's the thing, the new thing, or it's popping. Don't try to make a strip club record if being in the strip club really ain't your lane, and you know, stick to your, you know, stick to your.
I'm from the suburbs of Connecticut. You know what I mean? That's not stereotypically a
Shout
cool
out to
place
the
to
whole
come from.
Connecticut period,
Yeah, man.
NCT
But that's what I am. That's where I'm
He's
from.
from the
and you just do
suburbs of
it.
Connecticut, but Flex called me. I could call Flex right now on the phone. Flex told me, like, listen, this nigga's a problem.
Shout out to Funk Flex.
Big Mike is another one that told me this nigga's a problem. I fucks with both of them heavy. And they told me that this nigga's a problem.
100%.
Yeah, you know.
Stay tuned, man. Y'all gonna see a lot from Chris Webby, Remo the Hitmaker.
I'm just getting warmed up.
We just getting started.
Already know.
Oh yeah.
Itsbizkit.com. That's Bizkit. You know this is hip hop, so we don't spell shit right.